there was a project I started a while back. I called it the Bell Tower, um, and um, it it was cool. It I don't know. I had fun making it, but in the end, it was like you could tell it was half baked and not very good. Um, there's so many Blender scenes that I have made, um, and like spent so much time on making, um, but I don't know, after a long time of working on it, it just kind of see how much of a uh, how do you say, you can see that it's not working, and that the more time I spend on it, the more time I'm just kind of wasting. Uh, like the time spent on it could be spent better on starting a new project, because it's just not working whatsoever. Um, but I watched a couple of Max Hay tutorials, and uh, yeah, just tried again from scratch. What have I done differently this time? Um I Before getting into modeling, I typed out the scene that I wanted to see into an AI art generator, and uh, it it came up with a much better, much cooler looking composition and layout of the scene, um, and so was my um, that was my reference. I wasn't copying it like uh, one to one. It was just like a, how do I say? Um, I was using the AI art generated image as the guide for the composition of this, and then uh, jumped into some archway modeling tutorials, and yeah, it's messed around with it, um, and yeah, um, I think this is what's it? Yeah, Max Hay was saying how the most important thing to do, or what he recommends doing, is figuring out lighting and what was it? Lighting and camera work. And I would have never come up with this camera angle on my own, but the archways in the foreground work as such a work as a really good frame for the main piece of the um, render. Beforehand, I just had like the tower facing like directly to the camera, no nothing special. Also using Max Hayes cloud. How do I call, like, method? Using the same method that Max Hay uses to do the clouds in the background there. Just photo from Unsplash with the emission plugged into it. And yeah, there, here, yeah. The more I talk, the more you're gonna realize that this is not so much as a art project, just as much as like footage of me following along with a whole bunch of Max Hay art tutorials. And yeah, like, thank you, man. You've done some incredible work, and yeah, it really cool what you've been able to accomplish just by having fun in Blender. Really inspiring, and yeah, the tutorials that you do easy to follow, and like the results speak for themselves. So yeah, bye donkey. Ja, bye donkey, dankeschön. Muchas gracias, muchacho. Yeah, there's something, you can see all the different render layers. I did a line art on a transparent background. I did a mist layer, and like just plain old cycles render. And here in Krita, I'm adding some vegetation, and I really didn't like the that procedural brick texture that I tried putting over the building. There's also the black and white shadow pass, and just combining those all in different ways to see what gets the best result. And I think the theme for this piece was just blue, like as much fog and mist as possible. I also found that really cool brush pattern, which I think is meant to do like water caustics, but that clipped onto the pillars in the foreground, and like a slightly lighter color gives it a sort of marble texture, which I really liked. So I've kind of abandoned the base layer, and I'm just using the fog layer with blue overlays on top of that for the color, and then this like painted on texture. And using all the cool brushes to add more foliage around the scene, make it a bit more alive. And there's a lot of brushes that I've never seen or used before, so you'll often see like scribbles going over the whole canvas, and that's just me finding a new brush and like saying, oh, like I wonder what that can do. Unfortunately, this was probably my favorite part, painting the clouds in the background. And after spending, I want to say like 20 minutes on that, the software that's busy screen recording came up with an error, and so it saved the 20-minute video on my computer, but saved it as a corrupted file that cannot be recovered. So that's a bit of a shame, but you don't even really like see the clouds. But I was basically using the photograph of the clouds that was plugged into the emission as like the rough guide, and then just finding nice textured brushes and going crazy with the blue and orange colors. And you can see I'm experimenting with changing the color of the line work and overlaying the white line work over the black one for the main bell tower, and adding mist to make it look even more spooky or vibey. And here's the final piece, which I think is a huge step up from what the project started out as. I've got on my ArtStation a picture of what it looked like before, and I think you'll agree with me when I say that this is a upgrade. So that's all thanks to Max Hay, and go check out his stuff. Thanks for watching. Alles van die Beste. Cheers, bye. And stop recording here.